the logbook.
Damn it, Captain! You coerced the doctor!
Consider yourself in contempt.
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question.
Fisk, did you or did you not orchestrate the sale of military-grade weapons through the official use of your office and then order the Northern Star to be scuttled when your plan was exposed?
Do not answer that.
Why not answer?
Do not answer it.
Answer it, sir! I will answer it!
Oh dear. Blatant, embarrassing, and bordering on criminally bad plagiarism aside, I think Daredevil Born Again might be the worst thing in the entire universe. That's not hyperbole. I honestly think being sucked through an airlock or spending an afternoon in the company of Ramsay Bolton would be more pleasurable than watching this drivel. I loved the show when it was on Netflix. It was dark, violent and atmospheric, with well-fleshed-out characters, with complex backstories. It also had a diverse portfolio of interesting and unhinged villains. But now the whole project has gone hurtling off a cliff. With the latest season, they've really outdone themselves. Don't get me wrong. Season 1 of Daredevil Born Again was an absolute pile of nonsensical dribble, but Season 2 makes that look like a masterpiece.
Love.
In fact, it was so bad, it should come with a health warning. So why was it so bad? It was while I was about 3 or 4 episodes deep into Season 2 that I realised something. Something that had been troubling me. I couldn't quite put my finger on it at first, but then I realised what it was. Daredevil Born Again's second season suffers from one fatal and unforgivable flaw for any show purporting to be a Daredevil superhero show. Daredevil wasn't in it. Matt Murdock's crime-fighting superhero lawyer was horrifically starved of screen time. And who has he been replaced by? A load of smug, uninteresting and badly written whining droolers. I mean, who gives a monkey's toss about Buck or Daniel? And what was the point of this character? I'm sure there will be people who will dispute what I'm saying here, so being the absolute geek I am, I decided to actually sit and count the amount of screen time Charlie Cox got in episode 7 of season 2. Daredevil was in it for exactly 8 minutes and 45 seconds, out of a 42-minute episode. And I've actually been pretty generous here. Many of the timings I've included are scenes where Matt Murdock plays second fiddle, like when Daredevil meets up with Karen outside the prison, or when Daredevil prays out loud as the big, chubby simp gets his head blown off. Well, I happen to think this is the best Daredevil series ever, actually. Well, how can it be the best when he's not even in it? Episode 7, after all, was the penultimate episode of the series. When they're supposed to be building up to an epic finale, you'd think they'd give Matt Murdock an epic story arc. I would love to say that episode 7 was an outlier, and that all the other episodes were crammed back to back, with scenes of Daredevil whooping ass and taking names. Every episode in this series, the man without fear has become the man without screen time. To be honest, I can barely even remember any big fights in this series which involved Daredevil. Even the one fight scene he had in episode 6 was dominated by Jessica Jones. Compare this to season 2 of the original Netflix series, where Matt has continual fights against the Punisher, Elektra and the Hand. But this show obviously needed a hero. So if not Daredevil, who was it going to be? The Punisher, Jessica Jones, or maybe an undead Foggy? No. Shamelessly, the writers have decided to make Karen the new hero in this show. And it was no more apparent than in episode 7. Karen was the one who has to face up to Kingpin in court. Karen was the one who got to face off against Kingpin in the jail. Karen was the one who gets to face off against the unhinged Doctor, who seems to be getting lined up to be a new supervillain. I don't really understand how that's going to work. She even seems to have inexplicably acquired a set of fighting skills, and now appears to be doing a feeble impression of Bolo from Enter the Dragon. If only they had filmed Avengers Endgame 6 years later. Imagine how much easier it would have been on Captain America if he had turned round just to see Karen step out of that portal. He wouldn't have needed all the other guys to show up.
Is that everyone? What, you wanted more?
Nah, we don't need anyone else. We've got Karen.
I don't even know who you are.
What the fuck you are?
Run away! Run away!
To be honest, it's pretty shameless and transparent what the writers are trying to do here. If they wanted to make Karen the star of her own show, then great, but the show writers won't do that, simply because no bugger would watch it.
Iceberg, right ahead!
As for Matt Murdock, he was totally surplus to requirements. He wasn't even really needed as a lawyer anymore. Karen managed to find herself some new legal representation. And why did everyone gasp when Matt Murdock walked into the courtroom? He may as well have not even bothered showing up. He wasn't even needed in the final confrontation with Kingpin. The people of New York were the ones who rose up. They're the ones who gave Kingpin the beatdown. Daredevil, well, he just gets in the way, doesn't he? The whole series was dreadful, full of substandard writing and cringy dialogue.
Big fan of your work.
Go on.
Yeah, great. You can blow me after practice.
There was no danger in the series, no threat. Everyone was really motivated to bring down Kingpin, but I was struggling to realise why. He didn't actually do anything apart from skulk behind his desk or look broody on the edge of his bed. With the exception of killing the most creepily inappropriate doctor, he didn't do anything particularly evil.
How about a hug?
The whole series felt ridiculously small and cheap, and was nothing more than a mechanism to set up the next set of cringy spin-offs. The Luke Cage and Jessica Jones show looks like it might actually cause irreversible damage to your spleen based on the 5-second preview we got. And I'm sure the upcoming White Tiger will be as successful and well received as Ironheart.
Oh my God!
Everything in Daredevil Born Again was so painfully predictable. You knew that BB was not going to get killed off, that she was not going to be outsmarted by Daniel. You knew he was going to let her go, get himself splattered by doing the honourable thing, and that she would run off into the sunset, probably to hook up with another bloke who doesn't look like Chunk from the Goonies. Daredevil Born Again is not a superhero series. It's a soap opera, and it's not even a good one.
I was right about you. We shall strive to be worthy of your sense of grandeur. I will find someone with whom you can fight. Bolo.